Well, hello there, Virgo. Welcome to this reading. My name is Zane, and we're going to be doing a bonus April monthly reading for you for the sign of Virgo. So this is a general reading. You can check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Please take the messages as they resonate. Drop the ones that do not. I also will not send you a message, so if you get a message from someone, it's not me, and they're trying to scam you. Also, apologies for my raspy, congested voice. I am dealing with seasonal allergies. So thank you for your patience with me there. I'm also using a new tarot deck called the Mermaid Tarot. There's a link to that in the description below if you'd like to purchase it for yourself. But let's go ahead and see what we have here for you, Virgo. Let's see what energies we have that want to come forward to expand on this month of April. All right, I'm gonna also take 3 cards here to clarify as we go along. Feel free to give me a follow on Instagram. There's a link to that in the description below. I do lots of content there as well. So let's see what we have. Let me make sure everything's in view. I am in a new location, so I do thank you for your patience with me as I get this set up. I'm also going to take 3 Kipper cards to clarify even further as we go along. I think that looks good for right now. Energy on the bottom, you have the Ace of Swords. So Ace of Swords is a card that indicates some type of a new beginning. Aces always represent new beginnings in the tarot, and the Ace of Swords can bring about a victory that leads to a new beginning, or a new beginning that leads to some type of victorious outcome for yourself. It really depends. And you know, this is one of the aces that are represented with communication, breakthroughs in communication, even like divine insights or divine breakthroughs. Like you may just like suddenly get an insight on how to communicate about something or how to do something that you haven't done before. And so the energy is welcomed energy. It's a very good card to find, and it can say that there's some type of you know, maybe even an intellectual spark in some ways as well. Although the spark energy you may more associate with the Ace of Wands. What I'm talking about is intellect, right? An intellectual new beginning or an intellectual spark here that may come forward with the Ace of Swords. So if you've been looking to write your ebook, or you've been looking to start, you know, write a book, or you've been looking to, just come to some type of effective communication with somebody, Ace of Swords can really bring that around for you. So I definitely like to see that. Let's see what this new beginning might be about here. So in your current situation, you have the 4 of Pentacles. So the 4 of Pentacles is a card that can indicate potentially you clinging on to the money that you have. Financial security may be very important for you here as you look at this 4 of Pentacles energy. 4s always represent stability. It's interesting. I like the symbolism here. You can see the 4 Pentacles on their chest, right? It's in a you know, a necklace form in this case. But what the reason I like it is because the 4 of Pentacles can indicate you holding your money close to your chest or close to your vest, and like being worried about letting go of or losing the money that you have. Okay, this can talk about like fears of losing a savings, or fears of, you know, losing money in some ways. And so it can present some type of situation around like scarcity mode or scarcity mindset, issues around that. But I actually feel like there's more this is more about stability in this case. Like there may be a new stable situation coming in for you here, because we're getting this new beginning on the bottom with the Ace of Swords. That's kind of what I'm feeling. Now in the problem position, you have the Sun. If there was any card to find in the problem position, this is probably the one you would want to find, because the Sun is the most positive card to find in the tarot. As far as I'm concerned, the Sun is the best card to find as well in the tarot. This is about, you know, when it is coming through in a problem situation or a problem position, the Sun can say for you that you may be having a hard time looking on the bright side. You may even be struggling to find the truth in a scenario, as the sun is a card of truth, it is a card that will expose the sun. The ray of the sun will expose anything that is untruthful or not right or untrue in your life. And so for some of you, you may be having a hard time with finding the truth in a situation or in a scenario here at this time, and that could certainly be coming in. Let's dive into that a little bit more. Now, in the past, you have the Justice card. So the Justice energy is about this is a card of karma, right? This is the karmic scales here, balancing out and tipping in one direction. I do wonder, Virgo, have you acted with integrity? Have you acted with integrity? I feel like you have, because look, we have the sun in the problem position indicating truth. In some ways, it's interesting to find that combination, because in some ways, both cards can be cards of truth. And the thing is, the Justice card will say that at the end of the day, you will get the outcome you deserve if you have acted with integrity. This is a good combination to find. And so, is there karma for you around money? Like, have you been saving for a rainy day? Have you been spending have you been spending lavishly? Have you been, buying things you don't need? Have you been doing that? And then conversely, if you're flipping on the other side of the coin here, do you actually have enough money coming in to support you, and you just feel like there will never be enough, or like, have you saved money, and do you feel like the savings that you have are, even though they may be good, they may not be what you want at this time? And so there's some energy here of you needing to take a hard look at the facts. Okay, with money, you can't. Money and emotions are very challenging to mix. And with money, it's like, especially so, but especially in this case, there's like this need to maybe like write out all of your expenses, or take a cold hard look at the facts, Virgo. What is coming in? What is coming out? What do you have? And where do you want to go? That's the type of energy that I feel like is coming forward here, where it's like a very intellectual, logical look at your situation, and everybody's situation is different. And it's hard for me as the reader here to say that it's good or bad. I think some of you could be in either scenario. And it's this sort of like unclear energy. So let's get into that a little bit more here. So in the future, you have this Judgment card, which is a card of karma. I mean, this is one of these, you have the two major karma cards, right? And along with that, with the sun in the problem position, all three of these cards here can indicate truth. They can indicate truth being exposed in some ways. Okay, and so there are so many repeating themes here, but you can see that there's this judgment here coming down from the universe. And the Judgment card asks you to take an honest look at your situation and at yourself, and come to some realizations. The Judgment card is more about logic than it is intuition. There is a heavy message around logic for you coming in here at this time for the rest of this month of April. And this says, is there something that you need to do to get you to the outcome that you're looking to achieve? Like, is there one thing that you need to do to get you to where you need to go? That's what this Judgment energy could be about. Now, on your thoughts, on your conscious awareness, or on your thoughts, you have the Seven of Cups here. Confusion, okay, confused by the many roads, by the many choices, by the many options at hand. It can say, as a more positive way of looking at this card, that you have a lot of choices available, and you're maybe spoiled for choice, and that's always good to have a lot of options. But it can bring around confusion for you. It can bring about confusion into your life. I think particularly around money here. Okay, this is particularly confusion around money, around resources, around getting your needs met. And I don't even actually, let me retract that. I don't even know if it's about getting your needs met. It's more about accumulation of assets. It's more about like accumulating money. It's more about like saving money. It's more about like you spending your resources. It's something more. It's not about getting your needs met. It's about like confusion about what to do with the money that's coming in. And it's almost like maybe some of you have gotten a higher paying job, and there's going to be a lot left over, and now you're like, how do I do this? How do I save this? Whatever. Some of you may want to talk to an advisor. In the subconscious or the lower row here, what you can't see or the hidden, you do have the Knight of Swords. Some sort of quick event has unexpectedly happened or will unexpectedly happen. Again, I don't think this is negative. I think this is more about surprise. The Knight of Swords tells you to take action though. And so I see maybe coming forward here for the rest of this month, there could be something that you have that comes in for you in this month where you have to be quick on your feet and you have to decide about something. And there is so much logic on this in this reading, more than I normally get as a reader, that I just feel like really saying that to you, where it's like sometimes it's just like you're in situations where the facts are the facts. And that's what I feel like is coming forward here for you. Now, in your staff, in the direction that you are headed, in your current influence, the way that you are influencing the situation, you have this Knight of Cups. Are you dipping into dreamer mode? Okay, it's great to be a dreamer. I love dreamy energy. I love people who are big dreamers and have a big goal and everything. But the stereotype, right? The sort of idea here with the Knight of Cups is they may have a harder time taking action than the Knight of Swords, okay? They may want to spend more time in the water, and what you may be wanting to do or needing to do at this time is to spend time taking action. And so with this Knight of Cups, it can say, that's kind of what I feel like saying, is like if you find yourself dipping into that dreamy mode when you know you need to be doing something, just a word of caution. But the Knight of Cups can also say that there is a happy event arriving in a more positive note. On a more positive note, there could be a happy event arriving. So I definitely like to see that for you. Now you have this Eight of Pentacles here. Skills, talents, gifts, and abilities are on full display here in the external situation or the external awareness here. The external influence. Okay, you have a major talent. This is the biggest card indicating talent in the tarot. And look at this. You will receive pentacles here. Take a look at these pentacles being received. As you display your gifts, as you show to the world what you are capable of, what you are made of, and what you are good at doing. And so I do feel it can represent positive movement forward or good movement forward here. And the fact that it's in the external influence, to me, suggests that maybe some of you have made some additional money, or you're about to earn some more money. And it's like there's confusion around how to handle the resources, or there's confusion around something like that. I'll be interested to see what these three clarifiers are. In the hopes and fears, you have your energy here of the Hermit. Hermit, of course, is you, Virgo, showing up. And so I feel like for some of you, you may be placing a lot of expectation here on yourself at this time. Some of you may be very hard and very critical of yourself at this time. I could definitely be feeling that. But I also get the sense that maybe some of you are also worried that you don't have the knowledge around something, which couldn't be further from the case. You absolutely have the knowledge here. And so I would really trust yourself to be able to handle whatever new resources, or to be able to handle this financial situation that's happening. This is such an interesting reading, I have to tell you. And then you also have this Three of Wands, which I love this. Take a look at the magnifying glass here. Discovery, okay? Exploration, going on an adventure, travel, potentially taking something to the next level, but most importantly, expansion. You're exploring something, you're expanding something, and I do feel like this is around a talent, a skill, or a career development that's ultimately leading you to this new beginning here. Let's go ahead and see what cards come in to clarify. Okay, so that's interesting. So you have the Tower, the Seven of Wands, and the Ten of Swords. So the Tower is an upheaval, but it's more about a sudden change that can lead to a revelation. In fact, you have this combination that I like to associate with like spiritual awakenings, with the Judgment in the Tower. That's a big cosmic wake-up call coming in, where it's like, whoa, like something happens and you immediately know that something's changing, or you know that you need to do something, or you know you need to change something. It doesn't have to be doom and gloom. It's just a big wake-up call from the universe. Seven of Wands, competition potentially being present. Ten of Swords, an ending. But the Seven of Wands could also say that you need to stand your ground. I wasn't really getting other people's energy here at all in this reading. And so I think it's more about you standing your ground. And I also, with this, let's see what this other card is here. Page of Pentacles. Okay, yeah. Okay, because sometimes you just have to do that. Page of Pentacles, new offer coming in. Like I said, I think some of you are about to, it's like hard-earned money. When I say get some new money, I mean, when I say some of you are about to get some new money, I feel like it's like in the form of a job offer, or in the form of a bonus, or in the form of like selling something, or starting something, where it's like there is new support coming, but there's this ending around what you used to do, and there's this ending around how you used to view money. Yeah, I mean, look at this. You have wealthy man, main female, and coffin, right? There's absolutely an ending, and I don't mean death or anything like that. I mean the end of a way that you used to view money, and you used to view your financial situation. Wealthy man says investments are looking good, investments are paying off. Main female can indicate you. But it doesn't matter what gender you are, but it can indicate you. It is one of the main people in the Kipper decks. And so, yeah, love this reading. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.